他不会站这个位置的。然后你刚说什么地方是可以让他们就是放假的？比如说它这个东西。
Hey, it's Josh Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And I'm here with Darcy LaCouvee, of course, and the two of us made the journey to Beijing, China. 12-hour flight. How long was your flight?
It took me like 36 hours to get here.
The word find is right there because we're here for the launch of the Oppo Find 7. Now, before we get into it, we'll just say it right off the bat, we are damn excited for this phone. We always love what Oppo is putting out there, and they're very, very kind, and we really love hanging out with them. And now we have a launch of a phone that really excites us for a number of different reasons. But first, we're going to talk about the show, and I did record a lot of it. You're going to see a lot of roll of the show itself, and it was just a spectacular show. You can see the lights behind us. We have this blue hue, and everything is crazy. But we'll talk about the show a little bit. I'll let Darcy start it off with that.
Well, I mean, the translators unfortunately were broken, but we had a chance to attend a pre-briefing with Oppo the day before.
Yes.
It's really interesting when you have smaller players in the industry that are bringing technological leadership in the form of 2560 by 1440 5.5 inch 538 pixels per inch displays. And like faster charging with that VOC technology, the 7-pin, 75% in 30 minutes kind of thing. And I mean, it's just, to me, Oppo is a company that has considerable foresight, and offers really remarkable tech for pretty compelling price points. So,
yeah, absolutely. We're talking about the venue a little bit. It's just they usually have chairs without backs. I always complain about that every time. but after that, it's just a spectacular light show. You'll see footage right now that the phones actually came from the ceiling, and then for about 5 to maybe 10 minutes, everyone just swarmed all of the devices, and I sat right next to one, so I was pretty much almost trampled by all of the people trying to take pictures of it. And then just the showcasing of everything, of course. An Asian phone launch will not be complete without a nice cheesy commercial to accompany it. There were two of them, or 2.5 in a way, yeah. Something incredible like that. Super funny, but super fun to watch, and really showcase all of the capabilities of the phone, even if, it's a little cheesy. We laughed for sure, but it was really fun. But as far as the phone itself goes, you'll see our hands-on in our first look, and we have, Darcy was already naming off some of the features, the VOOC charging capability that will get the phone from 0 to 75% in half an hour, which is pretty incredible. But one thing that we will say, and I mentioned it to you, it looks like you have to use a special charger for it.
7-pin. I was just confirmed that it's a cable that is supplied by Oppo.
Yes.
And it will work in regular USB. It's just that they miniaturized it and added 2 pins for faster charging. So yeah, it'll still work with regular USB, but if you want that really fast charging, you have to use a proprietary cable, unfortunately.
Yeah. All of the graphics showed a big block on the other side of the phone. I was like, oh, so at first I thought it was just a 2-amp charger, and then they dove into it, and there's like MCU technology in there, just a bunch of circuits, whole bunch of new stuff in there, yeah, and it all works in congruence in order to make this super fast charging time. But any other features of the phone? Oh, I am very excited about the camera, of course. Being the photographer, of course, I want to see the camera. The super zoom technology that they actually put up on the screen. So it takes 10 burst shots, finds the best ones out of all of them, and creates from the 13 megapixel optics a 50 megapixel picture in which you can zoom in. Now, we didn't do this ourselves yet. We're going to do it ourselves. But I already saw a zoomed-in photo to see the comparison, and it does look like it makes a difference. You can tell it's post-processing, but it actually makes the photo look good. Yeah. It actually looks pretty nice. Were there any other features that you were super excited about, especially from the show that they were showcasing?
Yeah, the show was pretty cool, actually. I thought it was great. I mean, the Max Audio, everyone's pushing the Lady Gaga's producer.
JJL, I think was his name.
Yeah, he's got a cool name. He had a really cool hat on. He kind of looked like a version of Mick Jagger, kind of Hollywood. He took the trip all the way from California, just like Josh. And
you said from Hollywood, and I was like, woo!
Yeah, there's not too many people from Hollywood here. But regardless, I mean, the display. It's all about the display for me. And, Snapdragon 801, 3 gigs of RAM, micro SD. It accepts the 128 gigabyte micro SD XC. So you're going to be able to have like a whole whack ton, 148 gigs or 100.
Of just music, videos on that screen, just saying.
Well, it's the highest PPI display of any device ever. It's a display made by LG that we're likely to see in the LG G3, but it's just so cool that, you know, it's going to be hitting the market tomorrow, and you're going to be able to have, you know, that incredible display.
Yeah.
Before, like Samsung, before LG, before Sony, you have a company out of China, you know, that's selling 50 to 60 million phones a year. That we've been believers in for a long time, and we're going to continue to support with coverage.
Absolutely.
And we're happy to be here. You know,
Super happy to be here. We want to extend our thanks once again to Oppo for just this great event in general, and it just all was really great. And so our flight's out tomorrow, and it should be really great. I just wanted to make sure to bring all of you guys this rundown of the Oppo event, and it was really fun to bring back the segment also. But we want you to be there with us, so I hope you enjoy the coverage. We really did dig deep. Dug deep. We really did dig deep for these videos, and I was actually very proud of that video that we put together of the hands-on. You know, and when the full review comes out, it's going to be even better. So please remember to stay tuned for that and all of the best coverage of the Oppo Find 7, and keep it tuned there. And also head on over to AndroidAuthority.com for more in-depth coverage, because we are your source for all things
Android. Nice.